Did you get it? Hello.
What? You just dropped off of it. What? Yeah, but you just left.
Yo. All right.
Okay.
Yo. I'm gonna pause. Okay. All right.
Okay. What is the bad one? Do I just read a bunch of stuff?
Yeah, like tell me like, oh, there's this thing, there's that thing, and then like don't show me anything, and I'm just like, okay. Yeah.
What is the ending of this?
It can also be Fade to Black.
Okay. Can just be like, so there are all those great resources for you.
Yeah. Fading. Goodbye.
Okay. So now that we have gone over what a balanced college list is, we are going to think about what resources there are for you to kind of look into schools that are both good matches for you and good fits for you. So I'm just going to go over like a couple resources, both provided by the College Board with you, that I will send in a follow-up email. They're both really fantastic, and I recommend you take a look at them. So the first one is just like a document that I will email to you. It has, first of all, really good information about the stuff we just went over, about like deciding where to apply. So it has more information about the balanced college list if you need a refresher on that, like what a safety, fit, and reach school is.
Is it like an article? Or
It's like an info guide provided by the College Board.
Okay.
And it also has like when we, go down the line, some information about the college application process and the financial aid process. So you can look ahead at those if you want, but really just you don't feel like you have to at the moment. And the other one is kind of a college search engine that the College Board does, and I can send you a link to it later. But basically it has all these filters, and you can filter colleges both by their academic preferences. So like what you can put in your SAT scores and ACT scores and your GPA, and filter out like schools that are not as selective or schools that are selective if you're looking for like a match or a fit or a reach school one day, and also a bunch of other categories like location and majors and all of those things that would play into what makes a good fit school for you. So definitely just like take some time, go through all of those different like drop down menus, and you can look at all of those and choose all those options, and then you just hit search, and a bunch of options will come up for colleges, and you can just click on those, and and then it's pretty easy to just look through the information there and figure out if it'd be a good fit and match for you.
Okay. Sure.
Is that a good Fade to Black moment?
That awkward silence, yes.
Just say,
That was terrible.
Was it really bad?
It was really bad. I
was trying hard, and I had good resources, but
Do you want to do the next scenario?
Yes.
Okay. So what's the next scenario? So chunking information about financial aid. AF goes on and on about financial aid and does not give HSF any time to jump in. Okay, so try to jump in, and I will talk over you.
I think a good, like, I can hear me echo. But I think like a good example for this, you can be like, we have 3 parts of financial aid
Uh-huh.
that we're gonna go over, and you can like say like one thing and then be like, pause for questions, and then you can say another thing. Pause for questions, and like, okay, the 3rd part of financial aid is the FAFSA, blah blah blah, or whatever it is.
Okay.
But like you do like FAFSA, CSS, profile, I don't know what else.
I mean, the curriculum that I have is like base it's like the FAFSA. It says Introduction to the FAFSA.
Oh, okay.
So let's see.
You can just go off of like.
Yeah, I mean it's got a couple of well, what's the last one again? Checking for understanding. Because those are all kind of similar.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll do like they have like a big chunk of writing, right? And it's like, what is the FAFSA, right? And I'm just gonna be reading. So like I'll just go and I'll just read the entire thing. I'll just read the entire paragraph, okay?
Okay.
It'll be terrible.
Okay.
Okay. Where's the all right. So are you ready to be the HSF?
Yep.
You don't need any preparation?
What do I do? what do I do to make like myself look like a high schooler?
Yes. No. Do you want to turn to the wall?
Oh.
Okay, that's okay.
This is
All right. Cool. So bad one first. I feel really confident about my bad one.
okay.
Okay. Let me also put a timer in the corner, just so we can see what the timing is. Timer.
I don't know how long I talk. Were the other ones too long?
I think it might have been a tad. But maybe it could have been like if I edit it, it might be 5 minutes. I'm just gonna put 2 minutes and 30 seconds here, so I know how I'm talking. Okay. All right. Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. So today we're gonna talk about the FAFSA.
Okay.
And yeah, so let me just tell you what the FAFSA is. All right, so the FAFSA is the Free Application for Federal Student Aid, is a form that will determine your eligibility for many types of financial aid. The federal government manages FAFSA, and the form calculates your expected family contribution, which is a measure of how much your family can pay for college. Institutions look at your EFC and your application to build your financial aid award package, which is the amount of money you receive to pay for college. The difference between your EFC and the cost of attendance, COA, is called your demonstrated need. For example, if a college's COA is a $50,000 a year and your EFC for freshman year is $10,000 a year, then your demonstrated need is $40,000. You might be thinking, $10,000? I don't have that kind of money. Don't worry, the EFC is not necessarily the amount your family will actually have to pay. It's a number used to determine your financial aid package. All right, got that? Good. So after what?
It was a lot.
Was that good?
Yeah.
Was that really bad?
Yeah, you were really bad. That was awful.
Okay. Do you think there's anything else I should I just keep going with that? Or let me see how much time we used up. Okay, so that was like around 2 minutes.
That was 2 minutes? Okay.
Yeah. Or like 1:50 or something around there.
Okay.
Do you want to do it again, or do you think that was really bad?
I think that was bad enough.
Okay. Fade. Okay. Do you want to try the good one now then?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, and so this is me letting you, what is the thing again? Okay, chunking information. So AF goes on and doesn't give. Okay. So should this be like me pausing to ask for questions, right?
I feel like that's more of the next one. I feel like you can be like, we're going to go over FAFSA today. First, I'll give you a quick overview of it. Then I'll talk about what the EFC is. And then I'll talk about what your cost of attendance is.
Okay.
So like and then you can say like, the FAFSA is federal, blah, blah, blah. Be like, and I'm like, okay, that sounds good. And then like, now I'll talk about what your expected family contribution is.
All right, cool. I can do that. All right.
My background good?
Yeah, it is.
I feel like I'm really shiny.
You always shine. Let the inner light shine.
Oh.
All right. So, action. Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. All right. So today we're actually going to be going over the FAFSA, and just kind of like a couple of aspects of financial aid in general. So first we're going to be going over the FAFSA, what it is, and I'm going to be explaining what your expected family contribution is, and then finally about your cost of attendance. So just first off, the FAFSA, it's short for the free application for federal student aid. And it's basically it's managed by the federal government. And it's just a way to calculate your expected family contribution, which is basically how much your family is going to be able to pay for college. Do you have any questions about that so far?
What is expected family contribution?
Okay, yeah. So the expected family contribution is just basically a measure of how much your family's going to be able to pay for college.
Nice answer.
Okay.
Okay, I thought you had a document in front of you that you were just gonna keep going from. I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
Hold on. Okay. So, but do you think that the first part that what I had so far was like fine, like saying first we're gonna do this, and then do that? Is that chunking?
I think so, yeah. And just like maybe like stop. You're like, instead of asking me, you can, because that's gonna be the next one. You can be like, okay, so that's what FAFSA is. That brings us to
So like saying like I'm gonna tell you about like financial aid, and here's some 3 very important terms that you should know regarding the financial aid process, kind of thing.
Yeah, I feel like you can do like a synopsis. Like you can still make it really quick, but I feel like breaking it up into 3 different things instead of stopping and asking, because like stopping and asking is like next.
Yes.
The next one. Just so we can kind of make them seem different.
Yeah. Or else Sarah's gonna ask me a question that literally I answered in the clearest words possible.
Expected family contribution. It's the contribution that your family is expected to pay.
Okay. All right. We're good. We're good. Oh gosh. All right. Okay.
Just the thought that someone might be on YouTube watching this right now.
I'm sure they would have clicked away right fast.
Right fast. Okay. We're good.
Okay. Action. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you, Sinai?
Good. So today we're gonna just talk a little bit about the financial aid process. And I'm going to be explaining 3 very important terms to you. Okay?
Okay, that sounds great.
Okay.
Let's try that again. Okay.
Sorry, I lost it when I put up the fingers.
good?
Okay. All right. Take 4. All right. Hi, Sarah. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you, Sinai?
I'm good. All right. So today we're just going to be talking a little bit about the financial aid process. And I'm going to be explaining 3 very important terms to you. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So the first one is the FAFSA, which I don't know if you've heard about, but it's a very important document in the financial aid process. It's short for the free application for federal student aid, and it's run by the federal government. And they just kind of they use the FAFSA to calculate your expected family contribution. That's the second term. So basically, your expected family contribution is kind of like this calculation of how much your family is going to be expected to pay for your college, right? And so then your college actually uses the expected family contribution to kind of build your financial aid package. And then that's going to be, so they're going to use that. And the third term is actually cost of attendance. So the college is going to measure the difference between the cost of attendance and which is how much it actually, costs to, go to the college, like the tuition, room and board, everything like that. So the difference between cost of attendance and expected family contribution is called your demonstrated need, which is how much the college is actually going to provide for you, right? So if a college is, if the price tag for a college is $50,000, but your expected family contribution is, let's say, $5,000, right? Your demonstrated need is $45,000, and that's how much the college is going to pay. And so you're only going to have to pay that $5,000.
Okay, that makes sense.
Clear? Yeah. Okay, good. Let's go on to the next point.
Okay.
All right, was that good?
Yeah, I think that was fine.
All right. Of course, we're gonna run all by this, like by Mark when he comes back, and just say, "Do you want us to do this again tomorrow, or what?" We can just give him the whole live stream. Of course, I'm not editing. Hi, Mark. Okay. All right. Okay. Do you want to do?
Wear like fake mustaches for the last one.
Okay. So for the last one, do you want me to be the advisor again, or do you want to do it?
I don't care.
You want to rock, paper, scissors?
Sure. Does the winner take it or the loser?
Winner takes it.
Okay. 1 time or 3 times?
Rock, paper, scissors, say shoot. So 4. Rock, paper, scissors, say shoot.
Okay. So I win?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be the advisor.
Okay. I'm just using the curriculum that he sent us.
Okay. I never downloaded that curriculum. I'm gonna find it right.
Okay. I can also forward it to you. It's like right there. Like yeah. Let me just forward it to you.
Wait, are we not? No, we're doing something else for the last one.
Last one says scholarship essays. Oh, scholarship essays. Where do we find that? Scholarship essays.
I'm on. Oh no.
What was that?
That was. I don't know how to use Salesforce anymore.
That's slightly problematic, seeing as you're an HAF.
Yeah, that's why I don't know how to use it anymore. Because
you can just go to a thing. Like it says here, like I found a studentscholarshipsearch.com, and they have a student's guide to writing a scholarship essay. If you want to do that.
I want to see if there's. Okay, scholarship grants. There is curriculum on that. I just want to make sure if they have curriculum that we follow it. So we're actually like representing matriculate.
Matriculate, yes. I don't have access to Salesforce. I don't know.
Okay, I hate this. Not the curriculum, just the way life is, the way my computer is. That was a little dramatic.
Okay, I'm a third person now. I have one ponytail. This is good. Good discussion.
So let's see. What scholarship essays? Okay.
Mm-hmm. And do not check for my understanding. Or do it unauthentically.
What?
Don't check for my understanding or do it very unauthentically.
How do I do it unauthentically?
Like to say, you got that? Yeah. Okay, let's keep going.
Okay, this is the one where you can be like, actually, I'm like, okay, let's keep going.
Yeah.
I can just talk about QuestBridge. I can just be like, so I'm a QuestBridge scholar.
Cool.
And I'm, okay. And then I'm just going to talk about how the application's really long and there's a lot of essay questions and kind of stuff that you can write about. And I'm just going to go on. How do I set a time? How long should this one be?
Do it for like 2.5 minutes for the bad one.
Do you want me to talk for 2.5 minutes?
It doesn't have to be the full 2.5 minutes, but like, once you get to a good point.
Okay. 1 second.
You can do the action clap when you want to.
That was actually very useful.
It'll let Mark know when we're not being crazy.
So I'm gonna. Oh, you have to be in this spot now.
Okay.
I'm gonna just.
No, never mind.
Okay. So I'm gonna talk about 3 things.
Great.
Show, don't tell, use your voice, and proofread. And I'm just gonna talk about that in the context of QuestBridge. So it's actually like I'm trying to advise you.
All right, cool.
And I'm gonna do it from up there. Okay. Wait.
Do it big.
Action. Okay. So now that we've gone over the college application process, we have to start looking for some scholarships. So just like the colleges that you applied to, you're going to have to fill out a lot of applications for scholarships, which will also include essays. So today we're just going to go over a couple tips and tricks as you start to write your first drafts of your college essays. I know that you are looking at the QuestBridge application and it has like a ton of essays on it. Yeah. So we will just kind of go into general things to think about when you're writing your essay. So the first thing is show, don't tell.
All right.
So it's basically just like don't say something. You like don't just say it, don't tell it. You have to show it in your essay. So a lot of these things, like a lot of these topics are personal, so include specific details, examples, reasons, and so on to develop your ideas. And then the next one is kind of like use your own voice. So don't just rely on cliches or other things that people have said to you or you think will sound good. Just make sure that it's like you talking and you are really coming through the essay. Got that?
Yeah,
And so the last big point when you're doing essays is to have a parent or like an English teacher or someone proofread it, just to make sure like there's no big grammatical errors or anything in your essay, because a lot of times scholarships will discount that or really look at the grammar and stuff of your essay, and that might like be negative if you have mistakes in your essay because they, you didn't take the time to proofread it. So yeah, those are pretty good things to keep in mind when you start working on your scholarship essays. So now let's move on. I have a couple more things to talk about real quick.
go back to the. Do you want to do that one again?
I don't know. How bad was it?
It wasn't that bad because you were chunking it.
Hmm?
You were chunking it, so it wasn't that bad.
Oh gosh.
Why
Okay.
you chunk it?
Just go for it. Just keep talking.
Yeah, just keep talking and then like put like little places where you're just like, yeah, you got that, and then I will remember to say no.
Okay.
Because I was like, yeah, I do, and I was like, no, wait, no, I'm not. I don't. I take it back.
Okay. Let's do this again. That didn't count.
Okay.
Okay, so now that we have started to move away from your college applications, we are going to start with scholarship applications, which, just like all the fantastic colleges you have applied to, will require a lot of work and a lot of essays in these applications. So wait for a second. I'm going to restart this because
Okay.
Questbridge is due before your college applications, and I don't want to say that.
All right.
Okay. We're going to reset that.
All right.
Okay, so I know we've been talking a lot about college applications recently, and I thought today we can take a break from that as you work on your list, and we can also talk about scholarships.
Alright.
I know that you're looking at Questbridge, and just like all the college applications that you're filling out, it has a lot of essays that you have to do. Also, it's like just super important to like start early and like work on these essays and do like a lot of drafts of them. So I just thought today we can go over some quick tips and tricks and just generally good practices for your scholarship essays before you start with your first draft. Okay? So what I'm going to talk about first is basically just like you have to really come through in your essay. You want to make it personal. You want to show all these details. Don't just tell all of these details. So if you are a scholarship like reviewer, you like look at these essays and that this is all that you see of this person. So you want to make sure like just in writing, like your best self comes through. So the next thing is just like you have to make sure to get everything proofread.
Okay.
So you want to make sure you ask your parent or ask a teacher to just look over the essay beforehand. Sound good?
I actually have a question about.
Also, something else that's super important is to just like keep it focused, because you can kind of have a tendency to like trail off or like go on tangent, and you just want to keep like a really like straight path kind of through what you're talking about, so you can get to the point, because a lot of them have word limits and stuff that you're gonna have to be meeting. So yeah, that's scholarship essays. And yeah, if you're good, I just have like a couple things here to go over. Some more on just like the logistical things of applications and just like other ways you can like fill them out and like other good resources to like find scholarships.
Could we just go back?
That was like
All right, we good?
That was terrible. I didn't know what I was saying.
I could tell. All right, so good one now.
Is that too bad? I didn't I really was making it up.
Just it was fine. And we'll ask Mark what he thinks, if we should do something else, or he'll tell us. So do you want to do the
The good one. Let's do the good one.
Yeah. So just just stop and then ask me to repeat something that you said or something, right?
Okay. I'll
pretend to not know, and so you have to tell me again.
So I'll ask. What? I'm two things I can say, talk about using your own voice, and you can be like, what do you mean by that? And I can explain that. And then my timer fell over. I can also explain. I can also explain proofreading and be like, do you think you have someone you can ask for that?
Yeah,
and you'd be who would be good people? And I was like, your parents can.
Yeah, ask me who it is. Yeah.
Okay. It's like a party happening. Okay. Wait 1 second. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I know we've been talking a lot about college applications for a while, but I also want to bring up scholarship applications and working on scholarship essays in this session, just because I know you have started the QuestBridge application and that's coming up, and there are a lot of essays on that application.
I know. I looked through and I was like, oh my gosh.
Well, it's fine. We're gonna talk about that today.
Okay.
So I would say the most important thing as you start these essays to remember is to just use your own voice in all of these essays you write.
What do you mean by using your own voice?
Yeah, so use your own voice. Just, I would say, be really authentic. Don't try to say something because you think it sounds good. Just, you want to make sure, you as a person comes through in your essay. So just, be honest, and just make sure your writing reflects your personality and have fun with it.
All right. Yeah.
Also, as you start your first draft, once you finish your first draft, I would say to have someone else proofread it. Of course, I will be doing that, but that's super important. Do you have someone you think you might be able to ask to proofread it?
Well, I have one of my English teachers. I feel like I could ask her, and she would be good.
Yeah, so that's definitely a fantastic idea. Obviously, English teachers are a really good resource to ask, and they would be more than happy usually to read over your essay. So I would say just before you present them with a draft, just give them a heads up, hey, next week can I come in and ask you to edit this, and usually they'll be more than happy.
All right.
Any other questions about scholarship essays?
Yeah, when can we start?
I love that so much.
Oh gosh.
Can we be done?
We can be done. I'm just gonna send this to Mark, and he'll tell us.
Send him the whole thing.
No, I think I'm gonna go through it and highlight the points where he should start and stop looking.
How long is it? Wait, I'm gonna leave.
Okay, bye.